When time's on your side, you continue to glow. But when you try to live on the ropes, you bob and weave into one day you choke. I think we can fall in love, or we can fall into nothing.
A lot of the problems that you have, or a lot of the issues that you're facing within your life, you actually have the power to change that for yourself. But you kind of just need to dig deep in yourself of, like, he's kind of saying like you need to think about and analyze and dig deep on what is causing you to act in that way. And then, it's terrible at explaining things, but essentially that's what he's saying.
So why is the title The Courage to Be Disliked?
Because I think it's like you kind of need, the title is not great, I would say, but it's almost the way I interpret it is you have to have the courage to live so freely as who you want to be internally and not kind of almost mask any of the things that you have. Like, say if someone's like acting in a certain way because there's a part of their internal self that wants to do X, but maybe like some other forces, influences causing them to do Y. You need to be courageous in order to recognize that you actually want to do X, and therefore you need to boldly act in a way where you want to be like X and do X, and then let the other people deal with the consequences of you acting boldly, or the courage to be disliked in acting towards what you actually want to do.
I see. So kind of like the fact of you're taking an active stance means that you actively have to expect resistance.
Yeah.
And like deal with that resistance.
Yeah, I think, yeah. Well, I think I think I have it in my head. I actually don't have it in my head. I just read it and I'm like, I feel it. I like kind of process it, and then I let it try and seep into my life, and when I need it again, I'll try and read a simple book. But
have you needed it in, like what context have you, like, you thought of it, used it?
I think it was just like even sometimes in a work situation, I'll be like, I want to be kind of aware of everyone's feelings to make sure that like we're working well together, that we might be like actually collaborating and not clashing. But sometimes you might have like managers be like, I want it my way or the highway kind of vibes. But then I'll be like, if they want that way, then I'll just do what I'm doing. And then it's also through reading this, you're like, they're probably doing that because they're feeling like defensive about something else. And
psychoanalyze your bosses.
Yeah, exactly. And then it's like, and then I'm just like, no, I just need to boldly be like who I am and not be like, not people please or like, I don't know, stuff like that.
Do you think like work or thoughts of work consume a lot of your life?
Less so now. I think when I first started, I had a lot more work thoughts, but the work thoughts weren't really on just work itself, but just the structure of how the structure of how companies work, or like how the business model is, and how that trickles down into all my expectations would be on the career, but also like how it means like society is set up. Because I still think that like businesses are very powerful agents of change, whether it's for good or for bad, but simply that they are powerful and they have the power to enact change in a way. The conversation between basically it's like structured around this guy who is named Alfred Adler, his psychological paradigm, his psychological theories, and then like this guy was, he was also like German, Austrian, that kind of equivalent, with the Sigmund Freud and like Carl Jung. So they were all like in back in the day, they would be like all white guys come together and be like, I like psychology, let's talk about it. So they would have like chats together, they were like a proper group. And then eventually like he split off from the others because like he kind of didn't agree or had a spat, I don't know. And then he kind of formed his own way of thinking. So it's almost like in a way a slight counter to like the more Freudian Carl Jung kind of stuff. And I think his stuff, his thing is more like you kind of put yourself in like a lot of the problems that you have, or a lot of the issues that you're facing within your life, you actually have the power to change that for yourself.